Sometimes, computers can be slow and take a long time to respond, reducing productivity. You've likely had a time when your computer is very slow and unresponsive. This can be frustrating, especially if you have unsaved work, as you might not be able to recover it and have to start the work all over again. This video explores 13 possible reasons why your computer is so slow and how to fix those issues. RAM is used to store data the CPU is currently using so that it can be quickly reached. Using up all of the available RAM will greatly slow down a computer and make it work less efficiently, since it does not have enough temporary storage to perform tasks. The computer will start to use the hard drive space as virtual memory to compensate for that. When programs are loaded from the hard drive, they will load much slower. If the second light on your computer is constantly flashing, which indicates that the hard drive is being accessed, it likely means that your computer does not have enough available RAM. To find out how much RAM your computer is using and how much you have left, open Task Manager, which can be opened by the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Shift+Escape. If your computer has little or no free hard disk space, this will slow it down because the operating system does not have enough free space to properly work. Operating systems need some free space to create temporary files and for virtual memory. Ideally, your computer should have at least 3 GB of free hard drive space to work efficiently. Removing any files and programs you no longer use and deleting any files that you no longer need, such as temporary internet files, files in the recycle bin, and files in your downloads folder, can help to free up hard disk space. You can check the amount of free hard disk space by opening File Explorer, and it will appear below Devices and Drives. Extensions are mini-programs that add additional functionality to web browsers. They use up system resources, such as RAM and CPU. The more browser extensions you install, the slower your browser runs. That is the reason why it's recommended to only add what you need. Using too many extensions can make your web browser work less efficiently, use up too many system resources, and even crash it. Also, it's important to be selective with your downloads. There are extensions available for nearly every task, but before installing an extension, consider whether you really need it. You might already have a program or a built-in feature on your web browser that is already capable of performing what you need. Installing extensions for every additional task that you want to perform will gradually slow down your computer. Outdated drivers can cause a number of computer problems, such as system crashes, malfunctioning devices, and a slow computer response time. It also exposes computer systems to security risks, including malware. Keeping drivers up to date can give a speed boost, as updates are often released to improve performance and fix any bugs. Disk fragmentation occurs when a file is broken up into small pieces to fit onto the hard disk. Fragmentation can slow down a computer, as the hard disk will take longer to access the file and will have to work harder. A hard disk can be defragmented by using a disk defragmenter. A disk defragmenter will analyze the hard disk and regroup any data so that data related to the same file is in the same location on the hard disk drive. This will help improve the system performance, as files that are spread out over locations will take longer to read and write. Microsoft Drive Optimizer is a free utility in Windows used to increase data access speed by reorganizing files stored on a hard disk. If a computer does not meet the hardware requirements for an operating system or software, this can cause it to run slow, malfunction, or crash. This is why it is strongly recommended to not install an operating system or software on unsupported hardware. Compatibility issues often occur when upgrading an old computer to a newer operating system. Automatic updates running in the background download a lot of large files from the internet and can use up a lot of system resources, such as CPU and RAM. The decreased speed is usually only a temporary issue, and the computer will speed up once the update has finished downloading. A virus or malware infection can slow down a computer. This is because it often uses up a lot of system resources, such as CPU and RAM. Malware and viruses are designed to mess around with a computer, such as hijacking the web browser and displaying unwanted ads. Some types of malware can use a computer for mining cryptocurrency to generate income. This will steal a lot of computing resources and slow it down. Overheating of the CPU can cause instabilities in the processing of computer instructions and even destroy it. Components can shut down when overheated, and the motherboard temperature sensor instructs hardware, such as the hard drive and CPU, to slow down to avoid further damage. Regularly checking that the fans are not blocked with dust, not using overly intense applications or programs, and keeping your computer out of direct sunlight for extended periods of time can help prevent the CPU from overheating. Running too many programs or opening too many browser tabs at the same time can slow down a computer and reduce its performance. Every tab and program takes up a certain amount of space on the RAM and uses up a certain amount of CPU. As stated before, running out of RAM can make it work less efficiently, as it does not have enough temporary memory to perform the task. Startup programs automatically run as soon as the operating system starts. For example, if you have an antivirus installed, it loads each time your computer starts to help protect your computer. If you always tick the box that gives permission for a program to run on startup, you may have lots of unnecessary programs ready to be running as soon as the computer starts. Every one of them uses up a certain amount of RAM, and having too many of these programs will increase the time it takes to boot a computer. To improve startup speed, you can disable the ones that you don't use. They can be disabled in Task Manager. All computers should be rebooted once in a while, which means fully turning off a computer and starting it up again. This improves speed because flushing the RAM and clearing up temporary processes and files gives it a fresh start and prevents too many processes from building up in the RAM over time. Computers running Windows allow users to balance their performance with energy consumption. Low power mode is used to save energy and may be used to save battery life on a laptop. This can slow down the computer because it reduces the performance where possible. If you want to maximize the performance of your computer, you can choose the high performance option, which favors performance. You have now reached the end of this video. If you liked this video and want to learn more about IT terminology and concepts, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to receive notifications whenever a new video is posted on our channel, you can click on the bell icon after subscribing.